Guesty Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've lost 1-0 to the Villa. I have Sam with me. Sam,
why?
We're still in the tie, mate.
We're still in, but why? You know, everyone in the ground, like Derby last night against Fulham, everyone in the ground's behind them. Where we've been today, me and my pal, it's just flat. You need to get behind the team. Tony Pulis needs to put 2 up front. Simple. Why set up, right, at home, right, as if you're playing away, and that's what he did.
Come here, Sam. When Villa scored, I felt we created a lot of chances.
We were dominating them. We had them closed off. They got a lucky goal, and that was their game plan. And then they just sat back. And unfortunately, Pulis, he needed to bring 2 strikers on, not take one off. We needed movement up front. We didn't have it.
So you should start with 2 strikers on Tuesday night?
Yes, definitely. We need 2 strikers. I think we're going to need 3 strikers and then ban 2.
John, Sam, thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guesty Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've lost 1-0 to the Villa. Reece, it's only half time, mate.
I thought that was just a terrible performance, but like you said, it's only half time. Anything that happened in the second leg, well, typical, innit? It's Boro, but just need to perform, and hopefully Ayala's back and the injury's not serious.
Fabio made a great impression when he came on.
Yeah, I thought him down the left-hand side. He's absolute unbelievable. Where if we didn't have that, what would you have to do down that left-hand side?
Get off!
We'll
beat them at Villa about 3-1.
Assombalonga had 3 decent chances in the first half. Were you expecting him to take one, Reece?
I thought he should have took that one on the back post, but there again, the keeper had it, so now you can do. I thought he couldn't do now because obviously the keeper had it, and what else could you do about it?
Were you excited? Were you thinking we were going to get a result today, Reece?
I thought it was going to be a tight one. Thought 1-0 Brit, but obviously it didn't come with a plan, did it?
Wembley Dream's still on though, mate.
Yeah, it's still on, but anything can happen. And like I said, I didn't want Fulham. I wanted Derby, and it happened last night. So hopefully they do that at Craven Cottage on Monday.
Reece, thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guesty Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've been beaten at home 1-0 off Aston Villa in the first leg of the playoff. Joe, full of great expectations before the start, but what's gone wrong?
Well, they cut out our attacking threats down the side. You'd see every time we're going down there were 3 men on, doesn't matter whether we had 1 man there or 2. They always had 3 men out to block the crosses. Didn't take our chances, and they did. It's only half time for this though, so hopefully get some more in the second leg.
Then, like you say, they never created much after they scored, Joe.
No, not too much, not enough to bother us, but they got that goal that they needed, and we didn't.
Do you think they'll just sit back at Villa Park and let us come on to them, or is this impetus still with them to go on against us and play to our strengths on the counter attack?
They need a goal at least at Villa Park, but so do we. They're going to go for it. But I'll be there, still be there. But definitely can't expect them to go and sit a defender 1-0 lead.
This is our 3rd game in a row against Villa this season where we haven't scored against them. How are we going to put that right? Because we need 2 on Tuesday.
Hopefully it's 2 up top. We weren't. I don't think we were too bad today, but it's just we need an extra man there, finish off the chances, and just go for it. Really, we've got nothing to lose.
You could see today we were lacking that extra striker today. I think if we'd have had 2 up top today, something might have went in for us.
I think so. But
that's all ifs and buts.
Yeah,
Joe.
It's all ifs and buts. It's the way cookie crumbles, isn't it? So there's not really much more to say, is there?
Joe, thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guesty Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've lost 1-0 at home to Aston Villa in the first leg of the playoff. I have Chris with me. Chris, what went wrong tonight, mate?
Point blank, we were the better team in the second half, and it's so frustrating watching, your home side getting dominated in first half, and then we absolutely terrorising them in the second half, and then that's not happening. I mean, it's just awful. I mean, I think Fabio should start on Tuesday straight up. I think he was our best performing player, and he came on whatever minute.
About the 60th minute, wasn't it?
And I think some of the Villa fans absolute scum for cheering during Leo's speech, but you know that happens. But you know if we lose on Tuesday, if we win 2-0, you know we gotta stand by the team and you know support. If we go to Wembley, if we stay in the Championship, we've got to sit behind the team.
Like you say, we need 2 now. What's Pulis got to do to make us a bit more creative to get them 2 goals back?
To get 2 goals back, I think definitely when you start Fabio on Tuesday, I just think we need a bit of energy. I mean, today it felt static. It felt there was just no energy. But I think on Tuesday, if the players just kick up the arse and look over the hill, look up we can get.
We seem to create plenty of chances after they scored, Chris. Yeah. They weren't clear-cut chances, but we were creating chances.
We made a lot of chances, especially in the second half. And I think the thing that stopped us, obviously, it was their defence. I think they were kind of dirty in the end, but I think on Tuesday, I think we just got to give it everything we've got. It's not impossible. We're not out yet. We can still get promoted, but we just got to have that belief. We've got to have that faith in the team.
Johnny Howson done a job on Grealish. First 2 tackles in the first half.
Definitely, and I think, Jack Grealish, where did he go in the game? Same with Albert Adoma. I didn't see him in the game, but they played well. Obviously, they got the they got the points over us. But I think Tuesday, if we bring our whole team out, just strive on, play the best that they can. If we don't, then we don't. Shit happens. But that's when we got to stay behind the team and support them no matter what. That's what we're all about.
Chris, thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Well done, son. Guest Boro Fan TV. I'm outside the Riverside. We've lost 1-0 at home. Jack to Aston Villa, the first leg of the playoff. It's half time. Where do you see us getting some at Villa Park?
The first goal was crucial, I'm absolutely gutted. We played so well and we had so many opportunities that we couldn't take. It could have been 3-4-1. It was just. Assombalonga shouldn't have played from the start. I think we should have played Bamford. Bamford was more alive. Assombalonga waits for the ball. I think Bamford moves into space, gets the ball, and we could have scored easily 2 or 3, 4 more.
Give Bamford his due. His movement's a bit better than Britt's,
He waits for the ball, but Britt. He doesn't. I didn't see passion from him at all. He just waits for the ball, and it doesn't look like he cared at all.
They've done a good job on Traore today.
Oh yeah, he's well defended. They knew our game plan from the start. They studied it and everything. It's just gotten, just bit of second playoff. We got second at home, so second leg we should hopefully win.
Like you say, our midfield, they seem to work hard. They seem to. For me, the ball just didn't seem to be moving fast enough, Jack.
Besic and Howson was absolutely brilliant today, but you could see from Aston Villa the play was slicker, and we were passing it from the defence, booting it up the field, getting it to either friend and playing it down the left hand side, trying to cross it in, and they've always got it. It's just Besic and Howson, they played absolutely brilliant, and they deserve some recognition for that. Absolutely brilliant.
Were you disappointed when Assombalonga went off and we didn't go with the 2 up front?
Pardon?
When Assombalonga went off for Bamford to come on, wouldn't you have preferred Assombalonga to stay on and leave the 2 of them up top?
No, I think he just wasn't that good today. I think he deserved to come off and Bamford to have a shot because he's got more passion than Assombalonga right now, and he deserves his go. I think he should have played from the start, definitely. And
if Ayala doesn't make the game for Tuesday night, would you still start with Fabio at full back?
Oh, definitely. He was alive today. He should have started 100%. Pulis, he's got his team ready. He knows his team, but maybe I don't know. It's just a bit gotten in it.
Chris, keep believing, son. Thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guess Boro Fan TV. I have Kieran with me, a Villa fan. Kieran, are you on your way, mate?
On the way. Well, hopefully, but you're back at the second half. Back to Villa Park. We'll do you 2-0. I'll tell you what. Traore didn't turn up. He wants to turn up at Villa Park.
You've done a good job on him today.
Yep, man marked him.
John Terry absolutely bossed the defence.
He bossed it, man. He bossed it, didn't he? Right, I'll tell you what. Boro, brilliant fans, brilliant support. We love you.
Cheers, Kieran. Thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guest Boro Fan TV. I'm outside the Riverside.
Staffy's back again.
We've been beat 1-0 in the first leg of Aston Villa. I've got Staffy with me. Staffy, you haven't come to sing to me again.
No, I haven't come to sing to you again. I've seen both halves today, and I thought the Boston's first half and all that. They were all over us. We just couldn't contain them.
John Terry makes them really solid at the back.
John Terry is still the best centre half in the country. In my heart, you know what I mean. In my head, he is the best centre half in the country. He still is, and he still will be.
and he got them all so organised, and we just couldn't cope with it. They had us to a T, bossed us.
Like you say, there wasn't much in the game. We seemed to create more chances, stuff.
Well, we did create more chances, but they were like half chances, and they were snatch chances, and we just couldn't capitalise on what we were trying to do, and we couldn't do it.
What we're going to have to do different at Villa Park then, Staffy?
Win.
Can't argue with that, Staffy. Thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV. Guess Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've lost 1-0 at home to Aston Villa. First leg of the playoff, Chris. Really excited before kick-off, and to go a goal down so early just deflates you a bit, mate.
Yeah, it does. Disappointed. I think I think everyone panicked a bit as well. I think we just needed to take a little bit more time. Just, you know, obviously there's another 90 minutes to go after this afternoon, so it's not a disaster, not ideal, but there wasn't that much between the two sides. You know, a bit of luck, run of the ball. Referee gives a decision our way, maybe. That might help, but we weren't that far away. So, you know, it's going to be difficult, but it's not all over. It's, you know, we can go down there and win. So
they look a lot more. They look a lot more solid at the back than what we did today, though, Chris.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were well organised, and particularly in the first half, I thought, you know, although we did have chances, they did look more organised, and they just sat back in the second half, didn't they? They didn't move from the shape, and you know, we probably lacked a bit of imagination, you know, something a bit different. But we probably didn't move the ball quick enough, side to side, and you know, but one touch too many. But as I say, it's only 1-0. It's, you know,
we just need that midfield player to just play a couple of passes a bit different, and it changes everything, doesn't it, Chris?
Yeah, first time as opposed to taking a touch. You know, sometimes because the two wingers, well, the two fullbacks were wide. Just, you know, first time. Do you know what I mean? And this afternoon, I'd probably like to see Stewie stay wide a bit more than he did. I understand why he went in it, probably looking for the ball and looking to create something, but he's the guy that can put the ball on someone's head.
He does try to change things, Stewie, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't. He did drift in. I think that's why he did drift in. But you know, if he gets a bit of space, time to get his head up, he's the guy that can put a ball on someone's head and make the difference like that. So maybe get him to stay a bit wider, and you know. But certainly we did need something different this afternoon. But you know, it is only 1-0. So
on Tuesday, do we start with Britt? Do we start with Bamford, or do we start with both of them?
Bamford 100%. Whether you start with Britt as well is up for debate. I mean, Pulis won't. If it's like the same shape, you've got to start with Bamford. I just think he gives you a bit more up front. He'd give the two centre halves a bit more of a game. That's not particularly Britt's game. You know, had a couple of chances, probably could have done a bit better, but it's difficult to blame anyone. I don't think anyone really had a bad game. It was just we weren't good enough on the night. So, but that's it. It's not too bad, is it? Not a disaster.
Chris, thanks for coming on Boro Fan TV.
Cheers, Guesty.